As Capcom has completed its development for Monster Hunter World now, all of the previously time-limited restricted events are now permanently available. In an effort to reduce the overwhelm and demystify what these events are all about, I've been making roundup videos of events that I think are absolutely worth your time to check out. These span across all stages of the game, so definitely check them out if you haven't done so yet. I'm sure there's something to benefit everyone. I'm Light It Up Dan, and on this channel we cover action RPGs, roguelikes and MMOs, including loads of Monster Hunter World, I'm sure you've noticed. Just as a quick side, over 90% of the viewers on this channel are unsubscribed, despite there being a large overwhelming majority of returning viewers. It would mean the world to me folks, if you do enjoy the videos, do subscribe. And with that said, let's get to it. Moss Wining and Dining is a high rank 6-star HR11 event, pitting you up against 5 giant deadly moss wine within the arena. These gigantic moss wine will one-shot you regardless of what gear you've got equipped. Even your endgame master rank gear, yeah. By firing rocks at them with your slinger, you're able to temporarily stun them, allowing you to get in there and deal enough damage to topple them one by one. You just have to be really careful because whilst you're taking one out, another couple might be charging at you, and that is bad news. As I mentioned, they do one-shot. Big damage, staggering weapons like the hammer are absolutely perfect for this. I imagine stuff like greatsword, charge blade, switch axe will all be fantastic choices too. Just keep an eye on your surroundings as you're taking them out and you should be okay. I did recently cover this event for the armor spheres that you get at the end, but I specifically wanted to mention it this time around again because it's such a fantastic quest for Zenny. If you need to, you can use the levers to gate off some of the moss wine whilst you deal with a bunch of them, and after you've taken out the first 4 giant ones that you can see here in the arena, one last uber super gigantic one will come out. This one is a little bit trickier than the others because it's so big, it is very hard to avoid its charge. It catches me when I'm turning like nearly all the time, but my Palico's res just brings me back up and I finish off the job. Stupid giant moss wine. Once you're done crapping your pants at the prospect of death by bacon, you will be rewarded with a variety of armor spheres, including some pretty powerful ones, your 54k Zenny, and potentially even some trade-in items for some extra cash payouts. You'll also get the ticket for the pig helmet layered armor if you're interested in that too. Given you can do this quest in high rank and you can use a voucher to double the amount of rewards you get at the end, this is a very lucrative quest that you can do to earn a massive amount of Zenny really quickly and hopefully relatively easily, provided you don't get one shot. If you're anything like me and you like making a bunch of different weapons and armors and upgrading them too, you will run into walls with money. I literally couldn't upgrade things that I wanted to because I ran out of Zenny. This should help you out with that. Next up is Power Lumu Lullabies, a master rank 2-star MR6 event, pitting you up against the Nightshade Power Lumu in the arena. You'll notice the reward money for this event is 81,000 Zenny, and similarly to the last one, you can faint up to 9 times. There's something special about this Nightshade Power Lumu. 1, it's a miniature crown version, which you only kind of get for these speciality events, and 2, it packs an absolute punch. It hits really hard. So you're definitely going to want to be careful in this fight and absolutely come along with 3 sleep resistance. Absolutely worst case, make sure you've got a cleanser booster, preferably the upgraded one, and preferably with 3 tool specialists. But really, you're gonna want to come in with 3 sleep resistance, otherwise you are gonna struggle. Given its miniature size, it's going to be super easy to consistently crack out hit after hit against the monster, whilst at the same time effectively evading its attacks because it won't have much range. If it does catch you, you're gonna feel it though. I wear fully upgraded late game master rank gear, regardless of whatever loadout I'm using, and this thing was really packing a punch. Focus your damage out on the head as usual, try to get as many part breaks as possible for additional damage windows. If you're able to get off any mounts, fantastic. Of course, utilize your clutch claw wisely, try to get wounded parts and to get your wall bangs as well. After you're done downing enough energy drinks to be able to effectively hear colors, you will be rewarded with your 81k Zenny as well as a guaranteed golden egg, a chance to get multiple more eggs, and a bunch of armor spheres including some pretty powerful ones. This is the single most effective way to to farm Zenny. With a voucher, you're gonna double up and get 162,000. And then you're trading items as well. Not to mention, this is a pretty good armor sphere farm as well. That's just a nice little bonus. Next, we've got Colorful Carnival, a Master Rank 2-star MR6 event in the Special Arena. This one gets a mention over here because although it's worth 40,000 Zenny, which is still a pretty decent amount, I'm mainly including it in here as a great way to quickly inject MR into your character. Whilst I don't explicitly recommend farming for MR, I 100% agree with the folks that say, hey, just let it happen naturally, enjoy yourself exploring the game and trying out guiding lands and events and different content. That is for sure true and the way. However, that said, if you're only a slight bit away from reaching a goal that you need to be at for whatever reason, such as unlocking another quest, this is really useful to keep in mind. You'll be facing off against the Kula Yaku, Sitsi Yaku, Puke Puke, and Coral Puke Puke. As with all multi-monster quests, their HP totals will be vastly reduced, and given that there's 4 of them, they barely have any HP at all. You'll start off with the Kula Yaku and the Sitsi Yaku both in the arena at the same time. You can use the Sitsi Yaku to stun the Kula Yaku for you, and if you've got 3 stun resist as well, this is going to be an absolute doozy to get through at the beginning. Keep the pressure up, focus up your attacks. You're going to be getting stuns, staggers, part breaks, the works, super quickly and easily. The Puke Puke might be a little bit annoying with its poison, but any consumables or your cleanser booster is going to take care of that for you and should be no problem. The Coral Puke Puke can hit pretty hard with its water attacks as well, so just be mindful of that if your water resistance isn't super high, and the water blight can be a pain, but similarly the cleanser booster can take care of that for you. And as you are in the special arena, do utilize the traps that they've got, the falling boulders, and of course the Dragonator. That should make really quick work of these fools. After you're done brutally murdering the monster rainbow, you absolute animal, you will be rewarded with a bunch of monster parts for all 4 of them, and a guaranteed Fey Wyvern gem with a chance to get multiple as well. These are in addition to everything that you carved off the monsters as well, so it's a great way to gather resources for them if you need them for whatever reason. This barely took me any time at all. I got a load of resources, 40k Zenny, and near enough a full level of MR as well. So while you can just take yourself off to the guiding lands to fight monsters, or farm a Wrath of Thunder Descends and get better decos too, this is another option available to you very early into Iceborne as well that allows you to just quickly inject a bunch of MR. Useful to keep in mind. And that's everything for today's roundup, folks. I hope you found this useful and that you never run into any Zenny walls like I have with all of my upgrading. Do let me know if you've tried these quests out before, or if you do anything else for your Zenny or your MR. I would love to hear that. As mentioned earlier in the video, folks, over 90% of the viewers on this channel are unsubscribed, despite there being a large amount of returning viewers. It would mean the world to me. If you do enjoy the videos, do subscribe, and I've recently opened up the Discord for everyone to join, so hop in, make some friends, and we can get some hunts together. And until next time, I'll see you in the new world.